Hello, beautiful people. This is Cindy Presgraves with Cindy's Realty Group by EXP. So if you don't know who EXP is, they are worldwide real estate company, and I love it because I can connect with everybody. Okay, now I'm gonna stop the whole little advertising. Shh. Okay, anyways, so what I want to talk today about is what would a recession mean for the housing market? A lot of people are like, I don't know, rates are too high. I don't know what to do. I don't want to buy. I'm going to pause. I'm going to wait for the market to crash. Okay, let's talk a little bit of what's really going on here. Do you have any questions for me so far? Okay, let me just get to it. So, if you're wondering what a potential recession could mean for the housing market, I'm going to talk a little bit about the history of what a recession means, for the housing market. It doesn't mean that prices are going to be doesn't mean that falling prices mean like, oh my gosh, we're going to have like how much. But, and I'm not going to talk about this in this video, but interest rates have a lot to do with it. It's people's affordability. Okay, so home price changed during the last 6 recessions. And let's talk about 1980s. I was a baby there. But I was not born in 1980, and this is not about me. This is about the housing market, by the way. Okay, so back in 1980, there was an increase of 6.1% in home appreciation, which means that's a really good thing because that means prices were not coming down. And when my parents bought their house, it was probably like a 12%. I was like, you paid what? Yep. I talked to my dad about that because I can actually pull the records on that. Back in 1981, they increased at 3.5%. Now in 1991, that was like I was in kindergarten, and was I in kindergarten? Maybe. Yeah, I was in kindergarten. Okay, so I'm going by stages. It decreased a negative 1.9%. Now in 2001, I was in ninth grade. It increased 6.6%. Now in 2008, okay, everybody remembers that, right? I finished college that year, 2008, negative 19.7%. Okay, now in 2020, it actually increased to a 6.0%, 6%. So people, what are we talking about? The only two times that the housing prices have decreased during a recession has been in 1991 and 2008. In 2008, it went drastically because everything went off the walls. Okay, so a recession means falling mortgage rates. So what does that mean? Mortgage rates in the last 6 recessions from peak to through. So let's talk about on 1980. So the mortgage rates here, and now I am going to talk a little bit on mortgage rates because I want you guys to understand what is a recession. What does that mean? That means mortgage rates might fall. We don't know about this market. Even Gary Keller said that he doesn't know about this market because it's so uneasy. It's hard to tell. You cannot say, hey, this or yay or nay. So mortgage rates in the last 6 recessions from peak to throw. So that means 1980, it went down to a negative 4.25. All right, 1981, it went even lower. So it went down to a negative 5%. Now in 1991, okay, it didn't go that drastically, but it went to a negative 2.25%. 2001, guess what? Didn't went not even a full percent. It went just a 0.63%. So now in 2008, remember that whole it decreased to a negative 1.18%. I bought a house in 2009, by the way. All right, now in 2020, it went to a negative 1%. What are your thoughts on that so far? So the data proves in most of the recent recessions, home prices have appreciated and mortgage rates have declined. So that means when homes appreciate, mortgage rates decline. And yes, you've seen like right now, mortgage rates are up and down, up and down, up and down. And this is what I'm going to tell you. You can marry the house, say yes to the house, and then deal with the house. Meaning the interest rates, because you can always refinance it. You can refinance in 6 months, you can refinance in 30 days. It all depends on what the situation is. And if you find a better rate, go for it. But is that house going to come back to you? No, it's not. Then be like, I should have bought this house. I should have bought this house. So this is what I'm saying. They have seen that home prices have appreciated and mortgage rates have declined. If you have any questions, let me know. Comment below and share this, because this is really, really important. For me, it's so important to share this information so you can understand what is really going on. And you know what? That house will not come back twice. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. Look, right now I have a friend that she's looking at a lake house. She already has a lake house. And I'm like, don't sell your house. Buy this one, but if you can sell, if you can stay with that one and keep both, don't sell it. Don't. Because lake houses, believe me, they're extremely rare to come by and extremely rare to find. And especially having that house that you already like and then coming back to it, maybe the owner won't sell it until they die, or they will just pass it down to their kids. So I'm telling you, if you really, really like that house, go ahead, connect with an agent, and get that house. Deal with the refinancing, because look, I've done it so many times. I personally have done it so many times. This one is the first house that I bought